What's up, everyone? This is the Instant Classic again. I decided because I am not really following wrestling as of late, and I've been following more of UFC and boxing, that I would try and venture out and try doing some UFC and possibly some boxing videos. I don't think boxing videos will go over too well, but yeah, I'm going to try and do some UFC videos from what I know. So today I have what I think is the top 10 list of the best mixed martial artists, basically just of all time. So I'm going to get into it, and yeah, let's go. Coming in at number 10, I have Chuck Liddell. Chuck is definitely one of, if not the most popular mixed martial artist of all time. Holds some notable wins over Randy Couture, Tito Ortiz, Wanderlei. Very good fighter here. Has already peaked, but I think can still be a legitimate contender in the light heavyweight division. Held the title for a long time in that division and was basically the poster boy of the UFC for the last at least 2 years. So has meant a lot to this business. Coming in at number 9, we have Fedor Emilienko. Basically, dude has like an 8-year winning streak going on right now. Is definitely the baddest guy in mixed martial arts right now. Is crazy good. Basically, the only reason he's number 9 is because his career's not over, and he doesn't really have anything more to prove, but he's just going to go out and do a lot more ass kicking. So if he were to retire today, he would move probably up to at least in the top 5. So, but because he has a lot more to accomplish, such as a possible fight with Randy and maybe a venture into the UFC, I have him right now at number 9. But yeah. Coming at number 8, Kazushi Sakuraba. This guy was the hero of Japan, and where one of the most popular mixed martial arts organizations of all time, Pride, was located. He was just a great mixed martial artist. I watched him. The first fight I ever saw him in was when he KO'd Ken Shamrock in like 2 minutes, and Shamrock was being a little baby about it, but I just thought, man, that's awesome. This guy's really cool. So Kazushi Sakuraba, very good fighter and definitely a national hero in his own right. So right, coming in at number 7, I have Bas Rutten, definitely one of the baddest dudes ever to step into a mixed martial arts ring. Probably definitely the most feared guys to ever step in to a mixed martial arts ring. Originally I had him at number 2, and then I went and looked over his record, and he doesn't hold that many notable wins. Definitely big wins over Frank Shamrock and Guy Mesger, but still not that many to be justified at number 2. So definitely still a great fighter. Stayed a long time with the King of Pancrase, did some great announcing for Pride, and is a great ambassador of the sport. So coming at number 6, I have Matt Hughes, who has 47 career fights on his record, holds a record of 41-6. Wow, great fighter here. Holds win over George St. Pierre, who not many people have beaten, and is really just one of the best welterweights ever, really. I would say probably one of the best guys under 200 pounds of all time. I think I'd be prepared to say that, so it's a good deal. Coming at number 5, guy who only had 17 fights and held a career record of 14-3, Royce Gracie. This is probably going to be a pretty controversial pick. However, this dude's fighting style won him 3 UFC open weight tournaments, and that cannot be denied. We all know that if he fought anyone today, he would get absolutely owned because of all the cross-training. But, in his day, the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu could take out pretty much any style of fighting you brought up against it. and I think that deserves some respect in winning the first 3 UFC open weight tournaments, and he was only like 175 maybe. Definitely, I think should be on here, as he was one of the, probably the first guy who in MMA who they thought was just unbeatable. Just there's no way to beat him. So, all right, coming in at number 4, I have Randy Couture. This may be a little high for him, as his record is only 16-8. So, I mean, compared to the rest of these guys, he's only won like 66% of his fights. Randy, while he has lost many times, he's also been a big winner in the ring many times and in our hearts. He has had a lot of emotional wins for us. Has been, the big underdog story for all of us. And Randy's just a great fighter. He is my favorite fighter of all time and of current, I guess. So I have a little bit of a bias there, I will admit, but I still think Randy Couture deserves to be in the top 5, and even though his record is probably not as polished as some of the rest of the guys on my top list, I still do think he deserves to be in there. Coming at number 3, I have Ken Shamrock. Now, we all know that later in his career, he became a little pussy. I don't like to use that word, but, he became somewhat of a baby. But, I mean, for a while early in his career, this was known as the baddest man on the planet, Great fighter here, meant a lot to the beginning of UFC, and has fought. If you want to get most of the guys on this list, Ken has probably fought them, and Ken has fought a lot of guys who have meant a lot to this business. So, a great ambassador for the sport, whatever you want to call it then, and it showed that mixed martial arts was a legit sport at the time. So, coming in at number 2, Wanderlei Silva. This guy was, for a 4-year span, that's it. I mean, no one wanted to touch him. People were scared of this guy. I would still be scared of this. I mean, I'd be scared of many guys, but I mean, if I was a fighter, I would still be scared going up against Wanderlei Silva. Even though he's lost his last 3 fights, I would not want to go up against Wanderlei. One of the baddest dudes ever at 205. Just crazy good. This guy, he is absolutely unbeatable for, those 4 years. And even though he has kind of ventured off now, which is unfortunate, I do think that one day he can put a couple of wins together and possibly go for a title shot. So let's hope that happens, starting with Keith Jardine at the next pay-per-view. And coming in at number 1, this is a guy who probably not a lot of people have heard of. I've personally have never seen him fight myself, which is possibly, you could say, a little hypocritical, but this is just absolutely unheard of for a mixed martial artist. I mean, you want to talk about Randy Couture fighting at 40, or Matt Hughes having 47 mixed martial arts fights. That does nothing on Dan Severn, who's fighting at 49 years old right now, has compiled a professional record of 84 wins, 14 losses, and 17 draws. I believe I calculated that yesterday. Came out to be like, sorry, here, let me try to do this in my head. 80, like 100 and basically 105 mixed martial arts fight, still going at age 49 right now. This guy is crazy. Has been, did not beat a lot of the top talent when he was in his prime. Still going on today, is crazy good. I don't even know what to say. Dan Severn is just nuts. Why would you fight at 49 years old? It's crazy. But he has definitely been the workhorse, the Iron Man of MMA, and deserves to be number 1 on my list for that, I believe. So just tell me what you guys thought of the list, and everyone have a great day. Thanks.